Hello, everybody. It's Tortoise Investing coming at you today with another 5 dividend stocks that you can buy and hold forever. Today is Dividend King Edition. All of these holdings have increased their dividends for 50 plus years. I'm talking these things have increased their dividends through the dot-com bubble, through the financial crisis, through COVID. These are stocks that you can rely on. None of this financial advice. Just letting you know that some of these are down, and I think some of these may be great opportunities. If you're new, if you love some dividends, hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate the support. Let's march on to 1,000. I know that we can do this, and let's grow our channel and our portfolios together. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be looking at today. We got Genuine Parts Company. We got Johnson & Johnson, Procter Gamble, CocaCola, and Black Hill Corporation. Now, a lot of these are probably familiar with. Genuine Parts Company, they got a adjusted free cash flow yield of 3.69%. We got a dividend yield of 2.3%, a payout ratio of 41.64%. Let's take a look at the revenue here. Some of these are going to have a little bit slower revenue growth because they've been out forever and a day. Over the last 10 years, been increasing at a rate of 5.44%, still up and to the right. Like to see it. The free cash flow, again, has that correlation slowly but surely up and to the right over the last 5 years, increasing at a rate of 11.36%. EPS, over the last 5 years, increasing at a rate of 14.81%, again, up and to the right. The 2020 hiccup that almost every company has. They do have some debt at $3 billion. Their EBITDA is $1.99 billion. So their debt isn't 3 times more than their EBITDA, which is usually my golden rule. I do make some exceptions here and there. But debt, not an issue with this company. Let's take a look at the dividend growth. Over the last 10 years, increasing at a rate of 5.87%. And if we look here on Dividend.com, they've been increasing their dividend for 68 years. My goodness. Next up, we got Johnson & Johnson. You know Johnson & Johnson. Just a free cash flow yield of 3.64%, dividend yield of 2.98%. I'm pretty sure payout ratio is wrong. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. Revenue over the last 10 years been increasing at a rate of 3.51%, still up and to the right. Just a free cash flow, the free cash flow yield up and to the right, still slowly, but it is still there. Yeah, there's no negative cash flow moments here and there. This company keeps cash on hand, which is, you love a company. Loving a company always has money on the sidelines. Over the last 10 years, EPS has been increasing at a rate of 5.74%. And if you take a look here, they have almost as much cash as they do debt. Their debt's $26 billion. Their EBITDA is $24 billion. But, I mean, they have $23.5 billion in cash on hand. That's the thing that I really like about Johnson & Johnson. They are a cash-heavy company. They keep a lot of cash on hand. They keep a lot of money on the sidelines. Dividends been increased at a rate of 6% over the last 10 years, so nice little compounder right there. And I didn't look at the return on capital employed on GPC. We'll have to look at that in just a second. Return on capital employed, right at 13%. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's take a look at GPCs really quick. Return on capital employed, very nice. It's been growing up and to the right since 2020, right at 18%, 18.6%. Very good. I like that. I like to see that. Johnson & Johnson's been increasing their dividend for 62 years. They have a payout ratio of 43%. It looks a lot more accurate. Next up, got Procter & Gamble. You got anything in your house, your bathroom, somewhere in your house, you probably got something of Procter & Gamble and Johnson & Johnson, probably some Coke products in there too. Just a free cash flow yield for Procter & Gamble is 3.35%. They got a dividend yield of 2.53%. Payout ratio is 65.64%. So right there at that sweet spot where you don't want it to be too high. Their revenue has been increasing at a rate of 3.71% over the last 5 years. Got a nice little up and to the right going on here. Free cash flow over the last 10 years been increasing at a rate of 2.25%. 5 years, 4%. So slowly but surely, up and to the right, they're getting cash flow flowing. EPS been increasing at a rate of 9.686% over the last 5 years, 4% over the last 10 years. And that dividend's been increasing at a rate of 4.57% over the last 10 years. So slow and steady march up and to the right. They do have some debt. They have $22 billion in debt. Their EBITDA is $21 billion. No issue yet again there. Their debt's not a problem whatsoever. And their return on capital employed up and to the right and growing, which you love to see. Love to see that. Very nice. Procter Gamble has been increasing their dividend for the last 68 years. Very nice. CocaCola. CocaCola. Free adjusted cash flow yield, 3.4%. Got a dividend yield of 3% and a payout ratio of 78%. Payout ratio is a little bit high of Coke, but they are slowly but surely getting things figured out. I've read in on that a little bit. It is a little high at the moment, but they are in the process of getting their financial sheet more in order. And a lot of these are down from their recent highs. Is the reason I picked these out. I know a lot of stocks have been on a run here lately, and I'm still trying to find good deals out there. Something that Ian's may be able to look more into. I'm not telling you what to buy, but to look more into it, you might like what you see. So revenue growth over the last 5 years increasing at a rate of 3.96%. Over the last 2 years, 14.13%. A little quick shoot up right there. Free cash flow has been increasing at a rate of 11.91% over the last 5 years. EPS has been increasing slowly but surely over the last 10 years, like right at 1%. They had this jump down in 2017. It's kind of thrown the percentages off, but it is slowly growing. Dividend has been increasing at a rate of 5% over the last 10 years. Again, nice little stair step up and to the right. And the return on capital employed is very reliably always above 10%, looks like here. Always above 12%, really. So yeah, Coca-Cola, another really good consumer company. Been increasing their dividend for 62 years. Man, some of these are just blowing my mind, over 60 years. Next up, we got a utility in Black Hills Corporation. You know utilities are down a good bit if you see right here on the price. This thing was over $70 at one point. Just a free cash flow yield of 1.48%. Utility companies do carry more debt, so just letting you know ahead of time. I was wanting to throw something in there. It's a little bit more different, a little bit more safe. Maybe someone wants, a reliable dividend payer that's also going to be, something that they don't have to worry about all that much. Usually utilities companies are not as volatile. I know a lot of them have been down because the rates are going up. When the rates go up, debt goes up, and these companies usually carry quite a bit of debt. But maybe a buying opportunity, who knows? Dividend yield 4.37%, payout ratio 62.8%. For a utility company, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good. Their revenue, I don't know what the dip here is about, but I have been seeing this name pop up everywhere. I've been to a couple of live streams, and a lot of people have been looking into Black Hill Corp. Their free cash flow yield, as you can see here, is a little bit negative, but this is to be expected. You can look at almost every utility company, and that's just how things are going to look. EPS been increasing at a rate of 7.9% over the last 10 years. A nice little up and to the right going on here. As I said, they do carry quite a bit of debt. They got $3.6 billion in debt, but it looks like they've been paying it off. It was $4 billion. Now so they're slowly paying off that debt, which is you'd like to see. Dividend yield over the last 10 years been increasing at a rate of 5%. Nice little up and to the right stair step ladder going on right there. And let's take a look here. And Black Hill Corp's been increasing their dividend for 52 years. So yeah, there is 5 dividend stocks that you can buy and hold forever. 5 dividend stocks that have been increasing their dividend for over 50 years. Love to see it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that. If you're new, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I hope everyone takes care. See yous.